So you're thinking about moving to Frisco, Texas. My name is Chris Bentley, and today we're going to be talking about new builds and the 6 things about new builds that you must know. The first thing and the number one thing is you always want to ask about builder incentives. This could be from the lender, it could be from the builder itself, it could be from both. And what that is the builder is trying to keep all the lending, title, and build all together so that they can essentially control it and keep the cost down. And what they do is they incentivize the buyer purchasing the home to use their services. So they give out, sometimes $20,000, sometimes $60,000. Sometimes they give out free upgrades. There's a lot of different stuff. They have design centers where you go and get upgrades on things like your kitchen granite countertops. It could be flooring. It could be a lot of different stuff. It really depends on the builder. Now, the second thing is that a lot of people don't know is that the price for the home is negotiable. Now, there is a little bit of a caveat here. If it's in a really hot market and there's a lot of demand for that particular community, chances are they're not going to give you a discount or negotiate with you. But in this case, it's a little slow right now. Currently, it's 2025. So if you walk into a new build community and it isn't, let's say isn't popping, right? It isn't a hot community, or it is a hot community, but there just isn't a lot of buyers like right now, then you can go in and negotiate. The only bad thing is if someone comes in behind you and don't want to negotiate, they want to pay full price, you will be pushed to the side. So I've seen that happen before. So make sure that you are calculating, how you're going to do it. So a good way to do it also is use a check for a deposit, write out the deposit, and put that with the offer so that you can lock it in. If you want to negotiate, or if you don't want to negotiate, whatever it is, but make sure you lock it in. The next thing is going to be getting a professional home inspection. It costs anywhere from $450 up to about $750 or $800, depending on what you ask for. Some of them are a la carte, so depending on what the home has, but for the most part, it's going to be about $450 to $800. And that home inspection, what you're going to do is once you receive it, you give that directly to the builder, general contractor, whoever it is, a sales rep, and they will go through it with a fine-tooth comb. There we go. And they will get all those repairs done. Make sure you get a home inspection. You do have a builder warranty, which is very, very nice about new construction. So people that are younger, people that are first-time home buyers, people that are used to living in an apartment or renting a home and dealing with a landlord. The great thing about having a new build is that there's a warranty. So what they have is a 1, 2, and 10 warranty. So the first year is warranty on the workmanship and materials. So for whatever reason, something's not working correctly, for whatever reason, maybe like the door isn't closing correctly, or there's just some small problem. Maybe the garage door isn't opening correctly. You can contact the builder, and that's part of the warranty. You also get 2 years on plumbing and electrical, and that's called like the systems of the home. So you get 2 years on that, and then you get 10 years on structural defects. So something like the brick on the side of the house is cracking or falling apart. Foundation issues, which is very popular or very common in Texas. Roofing, which is very common in Texas because of the hail. So those are covered in that home warranty. The next thing that you want to know about is that when you're dealing with big box builders, so homes that are sold by like Toll Brothers, Signature Homes, you have builders like Perry Homes, plenty of other builders, but many of those builders are publicly traded. And because of that, November, December is the best time to buy a new build home, because that's when you have existing inventory and homes that the builder wants to get off their books. So by the time that January 1st rolls around, they have clean books and they can give that number out to the stock market and their numbers look great for the year. So, and that makes their stock go up. So that's one of the great things about new builds is November, December is the best time to buy. And then the last thing is that you get instant equity when you purchase a new build. And what I mean by that is that, like we just talked about in the November, December time frame, the next phase of that community is going to come in. So that phase is going to start in January. So November, December, they're trying to get rid of their existing inventory in that phase so they get to the next phase. Well, when they get to the next phase in January, the prices will increase. It increases anywhere from $20,000 to $60,000 to $80,000. It really depends on the demand for that community, and it also depends on just the cost of labor, structural, wood, all that kind of stuff. So that's what you have. So if you purchased a home before that January timeframe, then somebody buys a new home in that in the next phase, and then you'll have instant equity in your home. So those are the 6 things to know about new builds in the North Dallas area. If you like this video, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.